Alright, so we're going to start with our mobile app development. So for this workshop, it's going to be a progressive workshop. So if you're lost, if you're lost, so please do raise your hand, and do not wait until we actually pass several steps, and then you raise your hand, then you ask me to go back to that earlier step. So if you're lost, just immediately tell, no sir, I'm not there yet, so I'll come and assist you so that we all of us can be on the same pace. Is that okay? Is that clear? Is that instruction clear? So now in your Google, you're just going to type Thunkable. So when you type Thunkable, so let's see, I'll try to make it bigger. So it's the first thing that will pop up in the search list. So you can click on Thunkable. So this is the Thunkable app. So it allows you to build custom mobile apps, no coding required. So we will be using the free version. The free version allows you to build up to 10 apps, and your apps will be public. So which means anyone who logs in into Thunkable will be able to see your app. So you can actually look at the pricing also. So you can see what's the difference. So this, we are just going to use the beginners one, which is ideal for beginning. So as I mentioned, up to 10 project only you can actually build, and you'll have community support. But then of course if you are paying, you'll get actually more things that you can actually do, up to 20 project, community support, one private project, and if you take the most popular plan, which is the Pro plan, this is where you are able to publish your app into Apple app and also Google Play Store. You also have the in-apps payment. So if you really want to publish, then you should actually go for this. Now this is, let's go back. So this is Thunkable, but we are actually learning how to do our first app. So you can click on login. Now for me, it automatically logs in because I've already logged in with my Google account. So I think you will have a prompt where either you want to use Apple ID or you want to use your Google account. So just log in. So of course when you log in, you won't see, there's no apps for you. This is all the previous apps that I've done for students workshop. So for you, you'll have empty. So now the Thunkable, compared to last semester, the layout has changed. So you can see that we are using Thunkable free, the most top right hand side is Thunkable free. Is everyone here on this page? Again, as I mentioned, if you are not on the same page, then please do inform. So you'll have empty, so you're going to click on, let me see how many apps I have, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I can create another one more. So you can see that there is a create new project. So click on create new project. So it will ask to create a new project. We have to actually put in the project name. So you're going to create your first app which can actually talk by itself. So what name you want to give for this app? Can actually talk. So let's see if I want to put my talking buddy. So just put a name, whatever name that you want. You don't have to follow exactly. Then you have to select the category. So we can either put as an education or entertainment. I'm just going to put entertainment, education. Just select the category. Now by default, your settings will be public. You can't change this to private because we are using the free version. Is everyone on the same page? So which means everyone can actually access your project. Now there's also option use the drag and drop builder. Don't check this. If you check this, then you'll have a slightly different layout than mine. Is everyone okay? So the first step, just give your name, public. You can't change this. If you change, you say you need to upgrade. So use the drag and drop builder, don't check this, otherwise the layout will be different. So we are just going to do this. So just click create. So once you click create, this is your workspace. Is everyone on this page? Who is not on this page yet? Can I see a show of hand? Again, if you are not here, just raise your hand so that we know you can be on pace. Don't have to feel shy. Okay, thank you. For Thunkable, there's a lot of community support, so you can actually get a lot of support. So now this is your workspace. Let me try to enlarge this a little bit. Is this better? So if at all, if the font is small or anything like that, so just let me know. All right. So let's try to understand your workspace. So you can see that there is, by default, this is screen 1. So you can see there's a handphone here which shows the screen. So currently it's empty. And you can see on the top right hand side, this is the component tree. So it lists all the components that you have actually dropped. So you can see that my talking buddy is the project name. And under this project, there are all the various components. So the first component is your screen 1, which is by default will be there. But there is no components that you have added, nothing. It's empty. So we will add the components. Now below that, this is the components palette. So you have all the various components that you want to actually include. You can actually select it from here. And on the left hand side, on the right hand side, earlier was on the left hand side, now on the right hand side. On the right hand side is the property window. So whatever currently, if you see on the left hand side here, left hand side corner, screen 1 is highlighted, right? So when you click on screen 1, whatever that you see on the right hand side is the property of the component that you select. Is that okay? So whatever property that you want to edit, you edit on this side. Now, did you all download the Thunkable Live in your phone? Okay, good. So we will be using that as well. Now let us actually try to build our first app, so you can just follow step by step. Now for this, we are going to, if you see on the components, if you scroll down, you see under the layout. So we are going to use this top tab navigator. So if you want to know what this component means, so there's a question mark here, right? So just click. Then it says that the top tab navigator is positioned at the top of your app, allows users to switch between different screens by clicking. So purposely, I want to actually have this top tab navigator. So how do we actually add this top tab navigator? So you just click and drag and drop it to the screen. So when you drag and drop to the screen, do you see now? You have the top tab navigator. So now you can see under the component tree, you can see top tab navigator. It has home, about, contact and setting. Then you have screen 1. So screen 1 now is a redundant screen, so we can just click delete. On the right hand side of the component, you can see there is a bin icon. So you just click delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, delete. So now you only have the top tab navigator. Now this top tab navigator already has 4 tabs: home, about, contact and settings. Now how will this look like on your phone app? Do you see that there's a preview button here? So if you click on preview button, you will be able to see. So this is the home. By right now is the home tab. So if you click about, contact, setting. Now do you want to see this on your phone? Then open your, yes? Not the same screen. So hold on. So whatever that you do, you can actually preview here. But let's say whatever you design here, when you actually look in your phone, all your phone have different sizes, right? So it may appear different. So let's see how it appears on your phone. So go to your Thunkable Live app. So click on the Thunkable Live app. Now you will be able to see your project there. Okay, I have to update my Thunkable app. So once you are in your Thunkable Live, you will be able to see my projects, right? So there's only one project there. So click on it and you will be able to see like this. Sorry, I couldn't show on screen, but can all of you see? You can use your finger to navigate between tabs. Swipe, swipe. You can see the top one is actually will navigate. Are you able to see? Are you able to do it? So, sorry? So you're waiting for update. So update, you're able to see. So currently all the screens are empty. We have not done anything yet. So you can see home, about, contact and settings. Right, this is on your phone. So now this is Thunkable Live. So if you keep this your phone at your side, as you change, this will change depending on your internet connection. If your internet connection is slow, then it will change slower, but you can see live. So it's nice so that you can see how it looks like. You don't like, oh, I don't like it, it's too big, too small, or the arrangement is not nice. So you change here, then accordingly you can see on your screen. Everyone okay? Now out of these 4 tabs, I think we want to just use 2. So can we get rid of the contact tab and also the setting tab? So delete and also delete. So as you delete, you will see live, it will get deleted here on your Thunkable Live. So currently I have home and about only, right? Does it update on your phone? You'll be able to see it updates, right? So now click on the home tab. So when you click on the home, you see the property, it actually shows the home. So we want to change the name. So let's click on rename. So we're going to rename the home tab name. So we're going to change this to text to speech. So now you see it changes text to speech. I'm just using abbreviation. You can even write text to speech, no problem also. So you'll also able to see it changes in your app. So if you preview here, you can see text to speech. Everyone managed to change? And another one, the about, click on the about screen. So this one maybe we can rename. This is maybe speech to text. So there's one tab which is from text to speech, another one is speech to text. 2 texts in this app. So does it update on your phone? So sometimes because the free version is there, so sometimes you just have to refresh, then you will be able to see the changes. So if you look at this the text to speech, and then there is a speech to text, right? Do you see that there is an icon on top? There's a home icon on top, right? But it doesn't seem like matching with the wording, right? Text to speech. So let's change that icon. So currently we are at text to speech, and you can actually see all this various property here. Now under this text to speech property, we are actually under the simple property. If you scroll down, there's a lot of properties you can actually explore. Nothing will happen. This is not like other lab experiment, anything will blow up. Nothing can go wrong, so you just feel free to explore. Now you might have noticed that is tab navigation icon. So this is what I said, this one. This is the tab navigation icon. We want to change this. So currently there is one image already. So active tab icon. So we can open another new tab. You can open a new tab. Then you can actually just speech to text icon. So you can go under the images. So maybe I choose this one, text to speech. You can choose any one also, no problem. So when you click on this, so this is the icon, right? Now there are various ways that you can actually upload the icons. One is you can download the image, then you can upload in Thunkable. But another easier one method which I prefer is you right click on the image. Do you see there is copy image address? Copy image address. So click on that and go back to your Thunkable. Change this one, delete, so you paste the icon. Now if you actually preview, do you see the icon changed? You can also see on it on your phone, the icon change. So it looks nice, right? Is everyone here on the same page? Yes. Okay, some assistance required. Okay, so we managed to change that text to speech icon, so you can actually see now it's a different icon. So let us also try to change the speech to text icon as well. So click. So another way is if you click on the top navigation. So whenever you click, you see automatically it is highlighted, right? The component is highlighted, and on the right hand side the property box for that particular component is appears. So let's say if you click on top speech to text, automatically you will see the speech to text is selected. The property also shows for the speech to text. So again scroll down, so you can see on the active tab icon. So this icon we want to change. So let's go back to the other tab. So let's change this text to speech icon. Sorry, speech to text. Speech to text icon. Okay, so maybe I choose this one. You can choose any one. If you want to put color one also can. Any icon that you want to put is perfectly fine. So maybe this time we use the color. So again copy image address, go back to Thunkable, remove this and put back the new one. Now if you preview, there's a colored icon. Are you able to see that? Everyone got it? So you can see the change on your phone as well. All okay? Now let us now include our first component, which is a button. So if you go to the left hand side, there's add component. You can see under the user interface, under the user interface palette, the first component is button. So if you click on question mark, you can see a button is something that you can click on to perform an action, right? The action can be anything from navigating to a different screen, saving information to a database, or playing a sound. So we're going to include the button. Okay, so let's drag and drop the button to the screen. So when you drag and drop, you can see that the button comes under the text to speech page. So you can see the tree hierarchy here. The top tab navigator is the main one. Under it there is two screen, which is text to speech and speech to text. Under text to speech there is one component, which is button 1. Is everyone okay? So this one, let's rename the button. It is also important to rename the names properly so that you know what the button are for. So click on this, so we can actually put this text to speech BTN button. So proper labeling allows you to identify them. If you put button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, you are not associating the name with what is supposed to do. Of course, now we are just coming up with a simple app, only have one button for now. But let's say if you are designing something, a complicated one, then if you just put button 1, button 2, button 3, will you know what is the function of button 1? So if you put a name, what button is for, then okay, when you want to actually assign something, you know which component to use. Is that okay? Have you included that? So we included button, so we have changed the name of the button. Now do you see under the button property there is this text which has button. So you can change this. Maybe you can put speak now. So when you change, you see it changes speak now. Are you able to see that? So if you preview, we can see speak now. But does it look nicer? So you can actually change whatever under you see the text is speak now. You can actually choose the text color. If you click on the text color, you can there's a variety of options that you can choose. So you can choose. Then you have the background color. You have options, various options. You can actually choose the various background color. You don't have a limit to what I'm doing. You can just change whatever. Be colorful. All of you have much more creative mind. Everyone done with playing with the colors? Now I would like to bring your attention to this. There is an option of background picture and background picture resize mode, which means you can actually put background picture in the button, but we will not do that. We just leave it. But look at the height and the width. This is also important, height and the width. By default, if you see on the height, there are three options: fit contents or fill container, relative size or absolute size. So fit contents means what? What is the content of this button? Speak now. So if you say fit content means if you have speak now, it will fit your content. The button will fit your content. Or if you want to choose relative size 50%. So of course you now will have option whether you want to fit contents or you want to put in terms of percentage. You see, if you change percentage, the height, it becomes 50% of the screen size. So this is the effect, relative size. Then there is also the absolute size, which you can also set. So this absolute size will not change. So these are the various things that you can actually do, but I would like to keep with the fit contents option. Now when you click on the fit contents or fill container, what does fit content means? This is what we've seen, right? If you're fitting the content. What is fill container? Fill container means you are filling the entire screen. That is your container, right? So now the whole button becomes, the height of the button becomes the entire screen, which is not nice, right? So we're going to just put fit content. Is that okay? The same thing with width as well. So if you choose one, you see this is currently fit content. If you fill container, you'll see it fills the entire width of the screen. So we're just going to fit content. Is everyone okay with the understanding? So this height and width, these are the various things that you can actually select. Now I also would like to bring your attention to this another two property which are known as margin and also padding. So what is margin and what is padding? So margin is outside of this box. Margin is, what is the margin outside? This is the top margin, this is the left margin, this is the right margin, this is the bottom margin. So currently is in terms of pixels, or you can actually put in percentage. So now if you change anything, you see, do you see that it actually moves down? The whole box moves down just now. If you add some margin, meaning it is actually adding some space outside the margin. Is that okay? Now padding is inside of the component. So for example, inside of this button, that is speak now, right? So just see here. So padding means you are putting the space inside. So between the top part and also speak now, let's say if you add the top padding, just observe this. Do you see that it actually increases the space? So if you preview, you can see there are more space on top. Speak now. So this is depend on your design preferences. If you don't like, if you want to have more padding, you want to make the word, you want to have some spacing, then you can just add the padding. So you just can add the padding, let's say 10, see what happens, 10, 10. So then if you preview, so there are more space. Okay, are you now able to understand between the margin and also padding? So I'm just going to keep it as 0 as of now. So there are a lot of other things. You can actually bold, you can make it italic, you can make it bold, you can make it raised and things like that. So many settings that you can actually do. Is that okay? Yes. Okay, so let's click on text to speech. Text to speech. So make sure you follow. I'm clicking text to speech so that I can see the property for text to speech page, the tab text to speech. So everyone okay? Now I think it'll be nice if we can add some background picture to make it some colorful. Otherwise it just look like white canvas, right? So let's go to another tab and nice handphone wallpaper. So a lot of images are here. You can choose which image that you like. See what is nice. You can search for whatever image that you want. it's not a problem. So don't have to be so picky again. Can be anything. So let's say let me close this. Any background image should be fine. So remember, I just put this whatever. So again, you can actually copy the image address and go back. Then this is under the text to speech property. Yeah? So you can actually see under the background image, you can actually put the URL. So do you see it on your phone now? So if you look at your phone, it looks nicer, whether you like how is the display look like. So mine looks something like this. That's how it is. So can you click on the speak now button? Does it do anything? It doesn't do anything. If you swipe, of course you come up to the empty page. If you swipe, go to text to speech, empty page. We have not done anything yet. To speak now, nothing is there. Everyone's okay up to this point? Now let's say we want to add some animation on the screen. Is everyone here on the same page? So let's say if you want to add some animation to make it look a bit nice. So go under the component here, component tree. You can actually scroll down under the image. Under image, there is this animation. So if you click on this, this is the animation component powered by Lottie. Makes adding animations as easy as adding images. So this animation you can just drag and drop to your screen. So it's being added to your screen. So you can see that the animation is on top. So you can actually change the height of this. You can keep as a relative size 50% or whatever. So later we can change the width and also the height. So it's not an issue. So I'm just keeping the height and also the width as a relative size 50%. Now, do you see under the animation one? Of course, I'm not renaming this because this is just for makeup purpose only. So where do we get the file source for this animation? So you can open up a new tab. You can actually search for, type Lottie. So you go to all, not animation. So just type search for Lottie. It will come this Lottie files. So just click on Lottie files. You can actually use it for free. So I'm going to use my same Gmail account and to log in. So once you have logged in, because we are using the free version, so let's say I want to search for the slide animation. No slide animation, or slide button. Let me just see. Or slider. Okay, oh sorry. just cancel this. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Earlier when you're just searching, you can just straight away click on the free download animation, so which will show you all the free versions one. So let's see if here we have slide or next page. Next page. So we're just including this animation just to show that there is another page, next page. So here under the drop down here, there's option you want to search for free and premium. So you don't have to waste time searching for the free and premium. You just click on free only, so that immediately you just show all the free options. So you can actually choose any animations that you want. This is just practice to include. So let's say if I want to view this. Okay, now this. Okay, let's say just this particular arrow to show that there's another next page. So click on download, save workspace to download. So it'll open up another new page. Why the settings different? Just hold on, I'm trying to find where is the so sorry, you don't have to download. So when you click on particular animation, so it comes out like this. So just scroll down, you can see that asset link and embed. So you click on save to workspace to generate. So it'll open up a new page like this, where you can see the asset link. So you just copy this asset link, go back to Thunkable, and you paste it here. Then when you preview, you can actually see the animation. You can see it on your phone also. The animation works on your phone as well. Is that okay? Now we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, so let us continue. Now you can actually see on your phone, if you click on the preview, you can see the animation, you can actually change it and things like that, and you have the button. But of course when you click button, nothing actually happens, right? Because we have not associated any function to this button yet. All the others are just gimmicks only, just to have a nice touch up. So you can create very nice GUI and also interface. So let's go back to the edit mode. Now before we actually do that, we actually we need to add one component. So if you go under the component palette, let's see, where is it? Yeah, under the voice palette, you can actually see that there is a text to speech component. So if you click on that, so the text to speech simply takes in text and reads it out loud. So you drag and drop it to your screen. Now this time when you drag and drop it to your screen, nothing appears on the screen, right? But do you see at the bottom there? Oh, now no, it's no longer. Oh, okay. Okay, so they have changed it a little bit. So what you need to do is, earlier this text to speech is what we call as invisible components. Do you see on top here, left hand side? This is known as invisible components. So text to speech are components, but they are not meant for the front end. It's a functional block. You don't see it visually, unlike like button, graphics or things like that. Yes, that one you can actually see. So earlier in Thunkable you can actually drag and drop it here to the screen as well, but I think now they changed this. Now you can see on the component list there, you say drag invisible components here, so we have to drag it there. So click on text to speech and drag and drop it here. So once you do that, you can see under the invisible components there will be text to speech 1, and you can see at the bottom of the screen there is text to speech, right? So this indicates that there is this invisible component added. Is that okay? Everyone on the same page? What is the issue?
Text input, it's same text to speech.
No. Text input is different. We are using text to speech, not text input. Text to speech is under voice. You got it? So when you have already added the text to speech, so you can see the text to speech component, the default language is US, English US. If you want to change, you can change and try later. But this also depends on your phone setting, your phone voice setting. If you have a female voice, that same voice will come and things like that. Okay. So currently, do you notice that on the top left there is design tab and there is blocks tab. So the design tab is where we do all our design work. The blocks is where we want to try to add some functionalities to this block. So under the block here, you came late. Why? Sorry? So there are already a lot of built-in functions. So you can see under control, logic, maths, text, list, color, device, objects, variables, functions. So these are already built-in functions. Now do you see this one, text to speech? These are the components which you add. Okay, so you're going to click on text to speech. So you can see all the blocks that are affiliated with text to speech. So we're going to use the first block. We're going to call the text to speech block function to speak. So drag and drop it here. Oh, sorry. wait, why there is another things missing? Okay, now it's correct. Okay, now this is the correct one. So out of this design, all the elements that were actually added, which component do you think that should initiate the text to speech? Which one? Yes, the button. The button is what also the user interface. User can actually press the button. So when you press the button, then it will initiate the text to speech, right? So we want to assign some function to that button. So go to the block. Now you can already see all the various components that you have add: text to speech, animation, text to speech button, text to speech page. So which one is the button? Text to speech button. So this is why I said naming the components is important. If you just name it as any other things, then you do not know where is the button. If you just name it as text to speech, what is it? It doesn't show here. It just shows the name. So that's why I said the naming convention is important. So you can see the text to speech button. So when you click on the text to speech button, it will actually list out all the functions that are affiliated with the text to speech. So we're going to use the first one. So this is simple blocks. When text to speech button is clicked, then you do something. Is it easy to understand? So you just drag and drop it here. So you have this: when text to speech button is clicked, then do something. So what we want to do, we want to call the text to speech function. So click on text to speech, click on text to speech, then you will see the first block, which is call text to speech to speak. So drag and drop it here. Now if you see this text to speech, so what is the logic progression here? When text to speech button is clicked, do what? Do call the text to speech to speak. But to speak what? To speak a text. What text? Here you can actually specify. So hi, my name is so and so. So now if you go to your Thunkable Live, if you go to your Thunkable Live, no, you can put whatever. You don't have to follow exactly. You can just put whatever that you want. Just be creative and just put whatever you want.
Hi, my name is so and so.
So when you click the button, your phone will speak.
Hi, my name is so and so. How is your first app getting on?
Yes.
I found the speech in the box.
Okay, then edit.
How is your first app getting on?
So is your phone talking? If it's not talking, it is something you have to enable. If it's Android, you have to enable the Google Voice Assistant. If you disable it, then you cannot use it. If your phone, okay, there's a few things that could happen if your phone is not speaking. So the limitation of this current app is that it is only it will only speak what we as the developer write here, right? So it's not a very good approach. So what we can actually do is we can now include something for the user to type in and then speak whatever the user type in. Wouldn't that be better? So for that, let us go back to the design tab. Let us go back to the design. So if you see under the user interface, under the user interface, there is one thing that is known as a text input. So you can drag and drop to your screen the text input. So just hold on. Text input. So text input, when you click, allows to type in anything. So I'm trying to drag and drop, but it's not working. Yours, is it working when you drag and drop? Okay, never mind. One thing, you can drag and drop to your screen, or you can drag and drop here under the component tree. So I want my text input to be between animation 1 and text to speech button, right? So you can see animation is here, text input button is in between, and then there is text to speech button. So if I preview, I can see my text to speech button is my text input button is at the bottom here. So I may not like it's too close, so let's click on the text input button. So you can see that this is the text input button, so you can rename it as text input. You can put as user text input. So you change this as user text input. So there is also an option for hint. There is an option hint, right? So it mentions type here. Type what you want me to speak. So when you put the hint, you can see the hint is there. So you can see under the keyboard type, what is this keyboard type? So whenever you click on this user text input, there is a few keyboard type that you can actually have. One is default. Default means just like how when you want to type message, you type on the text input itself, your whole keyboard comes out, right? That's one. Another one is email address. Now email address keyboard will have things like .com, alias, those kind of options. Numeric, it will come out just the numeric only. Phone pad, it comes out your phone number. So when do you actually use these various kind of keyboard options? Let's say for example you have a contact me page. So there may be for the enter your email address. For that text user input, you want to set as email address keypad, so that it will be easier for the user to type. Another one is if there's a requirement that, okay, type your phone number, then you can choose the phone pad. So we will just keep it as default. The height and fit, so this one we can actually set, maybe let's say 80%. Oh, the height is too much. Not 80%. 50 also big. 30. Maybe 25. Okay, 25 looks reasonable. Width, I think looks okay. So as you are actually editing, you can actually see it on your phone. So see on your phone and see whether you like the space or not. If you see that you can't actually see, you don't like the space, you want to increase, for example, the width. So maybe the width I make it 85. So now it's much more bigger on my phone, so I like the width. But then do you notice that the text to user text input is actually close to the speak now button? I don't like that. So which one should I use, margin or padding? Margin, very good. So the bottom margin we can actually increase. So let's see if I put 20, what happens. Nice, but I want more. Okay, I just put 40, so it gives a nice space for me. So that's nice. Is that okay? So these are the things that will change. Let's see under the advanced, what do we have? Okay. So what I notice is that on my phone, because of my background graphic is actually quite colorful, the hint I can't really see. Type what you want me to speak on my screen is not visible. So we can actually also change the hint text color, that by going to advanced. If you scroll down, where is it? There's hint text color. So maybe I can change it to something which is brighter in nature, that allows me to actually see on my phone. So now it's much more visible, right? So now it's much more visible. So can you try, if you touch on your text input, automatically keyboard will appear. Of course I can't show it here in the preview, but it's on your phone. If you choose default, it will come like this. You can try how it looks like if you choose the email and things like that.
Hello, I am here to help.
Okay, so now it's speaking. Is everyone okay? Can we go to the function to this text user input? Now go back to the block. Go back to the block. Do you see now user text input? So when you click on user text input, there is this user text inputs text. So what this will do, inside the user text input, whatever text that you type, it will capture. So you take this and you put it, instead of the string that you initially have, you're going to just replace it with this. Now when you actually do like this, now you type whatever that you want now.
Hello, hello, hello.
So it's reading out whatever that I type.
Are you able to do it?
So whatever I type, so now it's much more dynamic, right? Okay, I'll stop the recording here and take an attendance.